Welcome everybody, Brian Czach here. This is part 2 of an earlier video that I uploaded recently. That first video was called 3 Voice Triplet Patterns. Well, today we are going to turn the triplets into 16th notes, and while keeping the hi-hat on quarter notes, we're going to continually play the exercises and patterns in a 16th note format. And what happens is it sort of turns itself into an independence exercise. We're going to make sure that we play all the different permutations of the 3-note pattern. All right, and we're also going to get into 6-note patterns later on in the video. So we're going to expand upon the 3-note patterns. We're going to turn it into 6-note patterns. And then later on, even after that, I'm going to show you different ways to orchestrate these patterns around the drum kit so that they're useful to you in your playing. And last but not least, I'll throw in a little icing on the cake and show you something that's kind of cool that adds a little bit of spice to these phrases and these 3-note patterns. So the first thing we need to do is, well, if you haven't watched part 1, the 3 voice triplet patterns, go back and watch that video and go through that drum lesson. Don't forget, the transcription is available on my Patreon page, patreon.com/BrianZach. So I have the lesson transcribed with the different exercises notated out with their stickings and some instructions for the lesson. So you can find that there and download it and practice it at your own pace and look along as I show you the lesson here. But that's only available on my Patreon, so you have to go there, patreon.com/BrianZach, and subscribe to me on Patreon. It doesn't cost that much, folks. It's like literally $5. It gets you access to this lesson and all the other lesson and content that I've uploaded throughout the years since I started this Patreon. So head on over there and check it out. But for now, let's start with these 3-note patterns that are now going to be 16th notes instead of triplets, as I mentioned. So we're going to start with a slow-ish click, BPM 78, and we're going to play quarter notes on the hi-hat, and then we're just going to start these these permutations and work our way through them. So here we go. Here's the click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, all of these patterns, they can start on any hand or on the foot, the kick drum. So it can start on the right, it can start on the left, it can start on the kick. So if we're and they can be either in what I would call forward order or reverse order. So forward order would be like what I just played, which is right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right. Reverse order would be left, right, kick, left, right, kick, left, right, kick, left, right. So we can have either way, either with the right, left, which is forward, or left, right, which is back. But now let's play. We're still going to stay in the forward mode, but we're going to start with the left hand. So what that means is we're going to play left kick, right, left kick, right, left kick, and that's going to be in your 16th note subdivision. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to start the same pattern in forward, so right, left, but we're going to start it with the kick. It's going to be kick, right, left, kick, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, while we're there, let's start with the kick again, and now we're going to go in reverse. We're going to go kick, left, right, kick, left, right, kick, left, right. 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to start with the left hand in reverse order. So it's going to be left, right, kick, left, right, kick. 2, 3, 4. And then last but not least, we are going to start with the right hand, but we're still going to be in reverse order. So it's right kick, left, right kick, left, right kick. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we've exhausted all the different possibilities of that 3-note pattern and all the different ways to start and end it and resolve it, which is great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add we're going to expand upon this. We're going to keep the 3 voices, but we're going to make, instead of a 3-note pattern, it's going to be a 6-note pattern. So what's going to happen is we're going to remember when I said there's forward and reverse? Well, we're going to do forward and reverse. So we're going to do the first 6-note pattern is going to be, it's going to start in reverse, or start in forward and then move in reverse. So it's going to go right, left, kick, left, right, kick, and that repeats. Remember, we're still in 16th notes. Da, 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 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add the hi-hat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing now with the 6-note patterns. We're going to exhaust all the different possibilities using the permutations. So the next permutation would be to start on the 2nd note that's written on the exercise, and that would be the left. So it's going to be left kick, left, right kick, right, left kick, left, right kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Darn it. 3, 4. Okay, these are a little harder. And for me, I'm still working on these myself, but I found that there's 1 or 2 of them that are a little more difficult for me to pull off. So there's these little holes in my playing that I'm trying to plug to get rid of the holes, and to get rid of the weaknesses in my playing. There's little weaknesses here and there, and as you practice and you discover things that you want to do that you're hearing in your head, and suddenly you can't do it. You can't pull off what you're hearing in your head. That's a weakness. That's a hole in your playing. You need to work on that and fill the hole. So this is part of that. It's a highly independence as an exercise. It's an independence exercise that's pretty intermediate to advanced, I would say. So the next permutation would start on the kick. That's the 3rd note of the written example, and it's going to be kick, left, right, kick. I can't say it out loud. Kick, left, right, kick, right, left, kick, left, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next example, again, is a left. It's going to be starting in reverse, so it's going to go left, right, kick, right, left, kick, left, right, kick, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the hard one for me, that one, at least one of them. And then next you're going to have the right kick, right, left, kick, left. It's going to be right kick, right, left kick, left, right kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's probably the easiest one for me. It's just, it starts on the right. It just feels like it lands, it feels nice. It lays nicely with the hands and feet. And then, so you can practice all the way through. There's one more, I guess. Is that right? Yeah. Starting with the kick again, it's going to be kick, right, left, kick, left, right, kick, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great idea to practice these with a metronome. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I want to show you now is how to orchestrate these around the kit and make music out of these. Wow, what a revelation. So let's speed up the tempo a little bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of jam out on these. I'm going to be just sort of weaving in and out of the different 3 and 6 beat phrases, the 3 and 6 beat note phrases. So that means that I might repeat the 3 beats a few times and then add 6 notes. Because I can go 3, 6, 3, 6, and so on. And so you want to be able to kind of gain control of these and be able to weave in and out of them. And I haven't even yet started moving my hands around the kit. So if you can't weave in and out of them just with kick, floor tom, and snare drum, then maybe you need to start with that and start slow. I mean, I'm playing them pretty fast right now. We want to keep the hi-hat moving too. So that's going to be your quarter note click, quarter note pulse, I guess, instead of click. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the point. So it's great to just jam out on these and just try to find places where it trips you up. You notice I did trip up a few times there, but I was able to recover, and that's important. So if you do trip up, see if you can keep going and try to find it again. Keep that hi-hat going. Let your hi-hat be the guide for where the pulse is, and everything else is just filler. Don't forget, so I'm moving my hands all around the kit, trying to incorporate the cymbals and different things around the kit. I'm also using accents and creating musical phrases that way. Okay, so use accents to bring out certain notes and certain voices that you're playing. That way it's not all stagnant. So as promised, the last thing I want to show you is just a little bit of icing on the cake, and this can be kind of fun and challenging at the same time when you're first learning it. But the idea of any one of these notes can be a double. And that's kind of true for anything that I show you or anything that you play. Any single note can always be turned into a double. And that's just kind of a rule to follow and a rule of thumb fact. You can always turn a single note into a double just by... So what I like to do with this is let's see if we can turn a couple of these kick notes into doubles and see what that sounds like in this context within these 3-beat and 6-beat phrases, 3 note and 6 note phrases rather. I'm going to speed up the click a little bit. 102, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just messing around, trying to put some doubles in there. So as you can see, I'm still working on these myself. All right, so they're a little loose. It's just something that I wanted to show you that I'm working on still to this day here in, what decade is this? Doesn't matter. The point is I'm always trying to grow, and, as a professional drummer, I'm very competent. I can play in a lot of different situations, but there's still stuff that I want to learn. I'm still trying to reach towards things and acquire new skills and techniques that are going to work for me, because inevitably I hear these things in my head and I want to be able to play them cleanly, easily, and execute them cleanly. And sometimes that's not the case. Eventually you will stumble upon something that is sort of not in your wheelhouse, and it's good to work on those things and to stop whatever you're doing right then and there in your practice session and write it down so you don't forget it, or just right then and there just start working on that thing to solidify and to plug that hole in your playing, as it were. So yeah, that's today's lesson. Thanks for tuning in, and like and subscribe. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Brian Czach, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, this video and others like it are available on Patreon. The drum transcription, the lesson transcription is available there. Just join up with me at patreon.com/Brian Czach, and I will see everybody on the next video very, very soon. Stay amazing.